Tayo was jolted from his very peaceful afternoon nap by the sound of his mother-in-law's voice. It was not the first time Grandma Ireti was waking him up from a much-needed afternoon nap, and it was often to perform some mundane task like washing the plates or helping her pick something downstairs. "Yes, Grandma, what is it?" Tayo asked with a hint of annoyance, still rubbing his eyes from his slumber. "First thing first, why are you sleeping on our very expensive couch? Have I not told you so many times that it's better for you to sleep on the floor than to sleep on this expensive cloud sofa?" They never knew that the young man was the son of Tayo. Tayo was jolted from his very peaceful afternoon nap by the sound of his mother-in-law's voice. It was not the first time Grandma Ireti was waking him up from a much-needed afternoon nap, and it was often to perform some mundane task like washing the plates or helping her pick something downstairs. "Yes, Grandma, what is it?" Tayo asked with a hint of annoyance, still rubbing his eyes from his slumber. "First thing first, why are you sleeping on our very expensive couch? Have I not told you so many times that it's better for you to sleep on the floor than to sleep on this expensive cloud sofa?" Tayo was frustrated, but because of his wife and his situation, he did not say anything back. He never says anything back. "So, what do you want me to do for you, Grandma?" "Well, I just came back from the mall and I bought a couple of items that I need help carrying upstairs," Grandma Ireti said in a cold tone. Just as Grandma finished saying this, Omotade, Tayo's wife, walked in. She looked a bit confused because the last time she came downstairs, she saw her husband sleeping, and she was wondering why he was suddenly now awake. "Mommy, what is going on? Why is my husband awake already?" Grandma Ireti shrugged and rolled her eyes before saying, Since your husband does not have any work that he does than to stay at home and sleep all day, I reckon he might as well make himself useful now, Abi. All I did was ask him to help me carry the things I bought from downstairs. Or is that too much to ask?" Mommy, I've told you to stop talking to my husband like he's your boy. What happened to asking the gate man or other mates in the house to help you? At least they have things that they do every day, Grandma Ireti retorted. "Babe, don't worry about it. Just let me help her carry the bags upstairs. It is no big deal," Tayo said with a smile. Tayo knew that if Omotade saw how badly her mother used to treat him when she was not at home, she might have a big problem with her mother. "You even called her babe," Grandma Ireti mocked. "Mommy now, why are you like this?" Omotade complained. Omotade went off to work that morning after kissing Tayo goodbye, while Tayo followed Grandma downstairs to help her carry the items she had bought. Omotade and her mother came from a very wealthy family, and since Omotade's father died, she had been the one in charge of her family's company, and she had become a very capable CEO of the company. Omotade met her husband 3 years ago, and after just a year of dating, they got married. Omotade and Tayo have now been married for 2 years already, and it had been a rocky 2 years for the young couple. Their romance was very spontaneous and filled with love and hope at the beginning of the relationship. In the beginning, Tayo used to be so full of life, spontaneous and romantic. Tayo would surprise her at work, buy her flowers, and cook her surprise dinners. Omotade was very much in love with Tayo as much as he was in love with her. However, Omotade's friends and mother never approved of their relationship. They called Tayo a gold digger who only wanted to marry Omotade for her money. To make matters worse, Tayo became jobless right after they tied the knot. And even though Omotade told him not to worry about money since she was capable of supporting him till he was able to get back on his feet again, her mother, Grandma Ireti, was not happy with the development and had made Tayo's life a living hell ever since. One day, as Omotade dressed up for work, Grandma Ireti suddenly felt the urge to go out with the only car in the house, as the other cars in the house had been sent to the workshop for routine maintenance. Tayo was just finishing up washing the car when Grandma Ireti came downstairs to collect the key from him. "I need to quickly reach Iya Ijesha's shop, so I need to take the jeep right away." Tayo was stunned. "But you know this is the only car left in the house and my wife needs it to go to work." She giggled a little before saying, "You even have the mind to call her your wife. Small yourself they shake oh." Tayo looked confused. "Is she not my wife? So what is so funny?" Grandma Ireti leaned uncomfortably close to Tayo before saying, "Real men and real husbands are the ones that provide for their wives, not the other way around. Only these kinds of men have the right to call a woman their wives. You, on the other hand, are simply married to my daughter, but I do not consider you her husband, you this worthless man." She snatched the keys to the SUV away from him and spoke as she walked away from him towards the car. "Shebi you have that dirt bike, Abi, what do you usually call it, Seth? You to be useful now. Use it to take her to work like a true husband would." Grandma Ireti giggled loudly as she walked away towards the SUV. She didn't really need to go anywhere, but she wanted Tayo to embarrass Omotade by taking her to work on his rally bike. And maybe that would push her to the wall and finally make her divorce Tayo. When Omotade finally came out of the house, ready to go to work, she was surprised to see Tayo already geared up and waiting on his bike for her. She stopped for a moment before her face slowly formed a smile. Honey, what is going on? Why do you look like you are ready to go for a motorbike show? And please, where is the car? You know I'm already late for work," she said with a radiant smile. "Your mom has taken the only car in the house to go and see her friend, so it would seem like you are stuck with me today." He handed her a helmet to put on as he kick-started his bike. "Oh God, my wig will get really messed up," she said jokingly. However, even after the complaint, Omotade was not too proud to go to work with her husband on a bike. It was one of the many qualities Tayo loved about his wife. After a few minutes, they arrived at her workplace. It was a 13-story building with a modern aesthetic and natural ambience about it. Right as Omotade came off the bike, Jerry, a work colleague who had long wanted to date Omotade, came up to us smiling. If it's not the favorite couple in town." Jerry hugged Omotade passionately and casually nodded at Tayo, saying, "Alpha." Tayo nodded back in return, shaking his head as he smiled because he knew Jerry had felt some type of way about him for a very long time. "Oh, that reminds me," Jerry exclaimed. "I have a gift for you." Really? Omotade reacted. Yeah, Jerry said as he pulled out a jewelry box from behind him, and out of the box came a diamond necklace. And not just any diamond necklace. It was a 34.91 carats of sapphires and 40.09 carats of diamonds Cartier necklace. It glistened in the sun as he took it out of the box. Omotade gasped on seeing the necklace. Wait, is that real? Tayo immediately became suspicious because even though he knew that Jerry was a little wealthy, he doubted that he had the money to purchase an original 1950 Cartier necklace with sapphires and diamonds. Of course it is, Jerry responded. Wow, that must have cost a fortune, Omotade said, wide-eyed. Come on, let me put it on for you. Tayo began to boil with rage. Don't worry, I think I can put on the necklace for my wife, he stressed. But Jerry rejected the offer, saying, Guy, no offense, but I can't trust you with a necklace worth millions of dollars. How would you be able to pay me back if anything happened to it? Jerry put the necklace on Omotade's neck and stepped back as he was mesmerized by her beauty. Wow, it looks incredible on you. Tayo immediately went behind Omotade, removed the necklace and gave it back to Jerry, saying, Thanks, but if my wife wants nice things, it is my job to get it for her. In the process of returning the necklace, it slipped off Jerry's hands and fell, shattering into several pieces. If you have enjoyed the story so far, remember to like this video and subscribe to this channel. This goes a long way in helping us bring you more beautiful stories like this one. Thank you. Tayo giggled with mockery. Oh, I thought they said diamonds are forever. Why has your own original diamond shattered on impact? Answer now. Omotade had a hint of disappointment in her eyes. But I thought you said it was real, so you lied to me. Jerry fell to the ground and yelled, Omo, I spent over $100,000 trying to get that replica, and now this, you good for nothing husband, has destroyed it. Omo, I'll go do him like this. Jerry turned to Omotade and said, Shay, you think it's easy to acquire a Cartier necklace, ni? There are only 2 of its kind in the world, though. I beg you. Omotade was angry. She didn't even say goodbye to her husband before walking away. Tayo felt embarrassed as she didn't even care to say goodbye to him. This was one of the many times he had been tempted to tell her his secrets, but he decided against it like he had done for many years now. Tayo wore his helmet and rode his bike back home. Dejected and sad, he went into the bedroom to lie down. After all, he was tired. As he closed his eyes to sleep, he heard Grandma Iriti's voice. Tayo! Can't you hear me? Tayo stood up from the bed begrudgingly. I'm coming, he yelled at the top of his voice. But as he was about to step out of the room, he got a call. The call was from his best friend. He decided to pick up the call before attending to Grandma Iriti. Hello, Alpha now, Tayo said. Guy, we don't blow my guy. Calm down. What's happened? Tayo asked, trying to keep his cool. Shay, you remember Moon Coin where we got out by 2 years ago? Waiting to him. The coin don't pump like mad, guy. I'm a freaking multi-millionaire in dollars. Go and check your own right now. Immediately, Tayo cut off the call. He wanted to go and check his wallet, but then Grandma Iriti called out again. Tayo, do you now have something better to do that you don't even want to answer me anymore? I am coming, oh. Tayo quickly logged into his Binance wallet to check how much his Moon coin had appreciated in value. When Tayo looked at his wallet, he could not believe his eyes. There were so many zeros that he found it difficult to ascertain the new value of his assets. However, one thing was for sure. He knew he would never have to worry about money anymore, and his days of taking insults from his mother-in-law would soon come to an end. Tayo finally went downstairs to see what Grandma Ireti was calling him about. "I am here. What do you need, ma?" "So, you have finally decided to answer me, Abi?" Tayo shrugged. "At least I am here now. Yeah, what do you need?" "Go to the kitchen and help me get some juice from the fridge." Tayo was shaking visibly with anger. "Wait, it was just because of juice that you called me here?" He hissed as he walked away, fuming, thinking to himself that he couldn't wait for the day when he finally got to reveal the secret of who he truly was. Sure, if you like, hiss, you will still get me my drink." Later in the evening, Omotade came back from work and she looked weary and sad. Tayo knew that something was wrong, so he decided to ask, "Babe, what is wrong with you? Did something happen at work today? Come on, talk to me now." Omotade looked at him. She hesitated a bit before saying, "Look, it's not like there's anything that you can do about it." Tayo felt bad when she made that comment, but he knew that she didn't mean it the way it sounded. At least tell me first now." "Okay," she sighed. "My company is in trouble, and unless we can get someone to help us with $3 million, I would have to sell the company for peanuts. Thankfully, Jerry already agreed to help me with $1 million, so all I have to do now is find someone else to help me with the remaining $2 million. So, do you now see why I said you cannot help me?" Tayo had a coy smile on his face as he said, "Well, what if I could help you with the remaining $2 million? Omotade looked very angry and disappointed. "Look, babe, I know that you are simply trying to cheer me up, but I'm not in the mood for jokes like this." No, babe, I'm serious. I'm not joking. I think I can help you with the $2 million. Omotade smiled sarcastically. "You have not worked in almost 2 years. It is you that will now help me with $2 million. Babe, don't worry. I would like to go and sleep. Thanks for trying to cheer me up though." Tayo was about to respond when his phone rang. The call was from his uncle. His uncle had not spoken to him in over 2 years, and now, out of the blue, he was calling him. Tayo wondered why, or did he know about his sudden wealth? "Excuse me, babe," Tayo said to Omotade as he walked away to pick up his uncle's call. "Hello, uncle." Omotayo Williams. How have you been?" Tayo looked surprised. "Uncle Larry, you have no right to ask me that question after banishing me from the family. What do you want?" Uncle Larry laughed in his bass voice. "I understand your anger, but now is not the time to be angry at your family, okay? I know we banished you from the family, but now your family is in financial crisis, and we need your help. Why do you think I can help you out of your financial crisis when you locked me out of my shares in the company? Look, you don't have to act coy with me. I know that Mooncoin recently did a bullish run, and I remember that you spent all of your trust fund buying that Mooncoin 2 years ago. So you must be stupid rich now. Well, it's not like you were not stupid rich before, but you get the idea. Tayo thought about it for a little while before saying, "Okay, uncle, I will come and see you tomorrow and we can talk about it. I have a few requests of mine as well." "No problem, son. I will be expecting you." As soon as Tayo got off the phone, Omotade walked in, asking, "Who is that?" "Oh, it's just one of my old uncles, Jare. He's always calling to ask for money. It's nothing to worry about." Omotade knew there was something off about her husband, but she could not tell what it was. As Tayo walked out of the room, he wondered if he was going to finally gather the courage to tell his wife and her family who he really was. Is he going to help his family out of their financial crisis, or would he let them suffer like they had let him suffer? These were the questions that Tayo pondered as he thought about his next steps. Would Omotade finally find out just how wealthy her husband was? And what would she think about him when she finds out? The end. We hope you enjoyed the story you just watched. Please subscribe to our channel and like this video, as it helps us create more videos like this for you to enjoy. Thank you.